and objectors can expect a second doomsday. Unquestioning our destiny, relentless we pursue fate. Alone I have been chosen to be spoken through by true grace. Frozen omens say we should invoke another crusade.
We rush to crush dissent from those who claim we must repent. How could a benevolent God subject us to such events? Against the elements, precious seconds each of us has spent completing public penance could have been invested putting up the tents. Pragmatism's born of pessimism, not a full-blown pestilence infecting desperate residents with false hope. Now they've sworn oaths and pledged commitment to a cult. No mercy will be shown or quarter given. Fetch the coiled rope and hang them by the necks until it's taught. The lesson learned is certain. No forgiveness for giving attention to those worthless sermons. No measure of faith will keep you warm or sate your appetite. So pray heed the warning or we may just have to tax your life.
Gathering or evening prayer, we still battle for a season fair. We still huddle in the freezing air for a summer that's not even there. If that sun won't rise on our horizon, we'll march on despite the skies and find that wheel of progress so well worn brought us no shelter from the storm.
Laws is closed and its pages shine a light as the people fill the shrines in line with my divine right. This battlement of sacraments does chattel to our right. The sacrilegious and recalcitrant shall vow or face the smite. Non-believers shan't deceive us. We shall greet their cheek with grievance. In this sister season we redeem the meek with bleak obedience. Seeking each unheeding heathen, see them bleed or plead allegiance. Blessed be relief from freedom, lest ye feel the need for treason. Since the precept was decreed, its certainty was predetermined. Mere herds of sheep are people, thus they need to be subservient. Neath so turbulent a firmament, the worst of men survive. Pray their mercy may preserve us once we touch the other side.
Now the book of laws is closed, you've no hope to try and fight, as the people fall in line and march in time with iron might. Non-believers shan't deceive us, we shall greet their cheek with grievance. In this ceaseless season we redeem the meek with bleak obedience. Seeking each unheeding heathen, see them bleed or plead allegiance. Blessed be relief from freedom, lest you feel the need for treason. Since the precept was decreed, its certainty was predetermined. Be a vermin of the people, thus they need to be subservient. They deserve eternal leadership, eternally prescriptive. Turn a leaf in the journal, weep as you read the scriptures. The book of laws is closed, it's frozen shut and couldn't thaw. But should the storm subside, it might be time to write a couple more.
Gather brothers, gather sisters, soothe your blisters by the fire. Though our bones may ache and groan, we know our spirits never tire. The temperature's low, but our purpose is much higher. What's behind us mustn't blind us to divineness that transpires. Now our spires have expired, well to rest in each of you. London's not a place, it wasn't left beneath our boots, and by grace we have been blessed with that most elegant of truth. You stand here not abandoned, but as testament and proof. For a city is its people, and its people are its heart. Stood together against the weather, against the coming of the dark. Ne'er a lantern has been lit with oh so righteous a spark, when Providence claimed continence, but provided us an ark.
We moved north as awful forceful storms removed borders. Forced to leave the warmth behind, the daylight hours grew shorter. Unable to read at night, the people might dispute law books. Ushering the death of joy, division made a new order. Brute force and discipline ensures all the citizens are chipping in sufficiently. Under threat of imprisonment, liberties prohibited. Retired, it's mandatory compliance now. To keep the fire alight, we need to stamp any defiance out. We can ill afford the price of human rights, nor pay the cost of anger, so we stifle scrutinizing eyes astray with propaganda. The only way that we can pull through is under cruel rule. If a single person falls out of line, we all do.
Gathering or evening prayer, we still battle for a season fair. We still huddle in the freezing air for a summer that's not even there. If that sun won't rise on our horizon, we'll march on despite the skies and find that wheel of progress so well born brought us no shelter from the storm.
I have heard that there are those who would defy us, who choose oppression or ascension for the pious. Dissidents without repent, bent on questioning the direst twisted I am this pariahs and their heretic messiah. Winter blizzards to infinity, so sing the hymns and litanies. Hand in and skin the sinners if you wish to skim divinity. Each shiver will deliver us, deliverance in time. Earn the innocence for penitence if we preempt the crime. I'm protector of the truth, great erector of the new faith. Defectors and objectors can expect a second doomsday. Unquestioning our destiny, relentless we pursue fate. Alone I have been chosen to be spoken through by true grace. Frozen omens say we should invoke another crusade.
We rush to crush dissent from those who claim we must repent. How could a benevolent God subject...
Look at my shirt! Look at it! I will not keep going with the stream until I get some form of acknowledgement about how good the shirt is, please. Thank you. Hell yeah. Okay. Hey everybody. My hair is long and a disaster, and so I was hoping to distract you by my good shirt, which was given to me over the gift-giving holiday, which of course I am talking about Starlight, that holiday that we all celebrate because we all live in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. Happy belated holidays. I've given up on my holiday greetings, seasonal list, whatever idea, because just like with everything else in my life, I'm of course functioning at 110% at all times. I'm on top of everything. But happy belated holidays to all of you guys. My, as Theo so eloquently put, fellow Rizzlers. It's good to see y'all. Wait, what are we starting early? Rizzlers Rising, please. What do you mean? What do you mean? All right. Also, it's good to see you, ACS Mars. Thanks for putting us on while you're on a hike. Focus on your hike. It's okay. The VOD will be here, and also it'll be on YouTube. And yeah, it's good to see you, ACS Mars, Battle Benoy, Mesphia, Clary, Theo, Ghost Sabata, and JR. Yeah. Yes, the holiday that started as a celebration of an Ishgardian captain and then taken over by Godbert fucking Manderville. Listen, I'm not saying we hate Mandervilles in this household, but I am saying I hate Manderville. No, it'll be fine. We love to hate on the Mandervilles because they're ridiculous and also apparently literally star dwellers, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. What is there worth pointing out? Your Encyclopedia Eorzea has arrived. Hell yeah, Clary. You'll have to tell us about all of its sweet, delicious contents. If they give us anything actually worth going over in there. I suspect they will. I suspect that'll be fun hunt train info. Okay, so what do we need to talk about? Number one. Streams. There's also some Ishgardian lore. You don't say. Streams. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So, hi. Sorry that it's been sparse. I probably should have done some sort of notification about the fact that there weren't going to be streams for the holidays, but also, if you expected me to stream during the holidays, I've got good news and bad news about that. I'm not a streaming machine, much as I'd prefer to actually just be made fully out of streaming satisfaction. So, yeah, we didn't do a couple of streams over the last week. My apologies. Going forward, stream schedule more or less is going to resume a somewhat more normal pace. Tuesdays, still potentially variety. Some other odds and ends are in the works. You expected me to stream Mr. Meist. Die, Mr. Bond. Nice, good. I didn't get it, Lemmy, but then you immediately followed it up, so now I get it. I'm on board. Hey, Kayariana. Yeah, so. Oh, God. Stream schedule resembles something more akin to normalcy. However, there's going to be a couple of giveaways next week, specifically. If you are into the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, we're going to be doing two giveaways. We're going to be doing two giveaways of both the base game code as well as the deluxe pack code. So if anyone out there wants to get the collector's edition, or not the collector's edition, the deluxe edition of Rogue Trader for free, because of us streaming it on Daredrop, we were able to get two codes for that, which we'll do some sort of giveaway, one at the top and one at the end. And then we were also able to get two codes of Generation Zero. So if you liked the first-person survival set in a robot apocalypse setting, from the very brief time we spent in it, we'll be giving away two codes for that game as well, which if it's still on the winter sale, it's like $3 something cents. So, you know, but also there you go. Section on Bozia. We love Bozia in this household. Demue. Okay. Anyways, so that's going to be going on this upcoming week. Partially, I wanted to do it after Christmas. Partially, I wanted to try and get them out before Christmas, but Daredrop took a little while to verify our videos because, you know, we've got a peculiar CCV for the size of the channel, which I appreciate you guys for. Monster Hunter World is coming. Yes. So something that Atlin, Angelic Ice, discovered while we were fiddling around with other odds and ends. Monster Hunter World has gotten rid of guilds. Guilds no longer exist, really. Apparently, there's like a cool name card or whatever, but they've gotten rid of the idea of like factionalization. Because apparently they thought Steam groups were going to take over. I'm getting all of this from another person as an interstitial step. So who knows if we'll actually be able to do a guild? Probably not that. But, you know, if you're into Monster Hunter World and you want to play it with other people, we're going to be doing a little bit of that coming up. So we can just make a demised Steam group. Is that what we want? I've never engaged with a Steam group before. Is that Is it like a Reddit? Do I get updates? To Steam group? Hell yeah. Good to see you, Fresh Valfresh. Discord tag people can opt into, which reveals Discord channels. Something like that for sure as well, Lemmy. If people want a Steam group as well, I guess. This is how I feel conceptually about Steam groups, but you know, no big. What else? Oh, we're gonna start moving. The Steam group is just for Monster Hunter World, probably. I don't know how Steam groups work. Can you make them for multiple games? We're going to... You can represent the Steam group in Dead by Daylight. Hell yeah. We're going to start pushing streams a little bit later. Which is unfortunate for my fun East Coast friends, but is theoretically going to make the streams more accessible to our West Coast friends. And if you're one of my UK friends, love you, hug you, F you, you know, the usual, all of the standards. So yeah, we're gonna start pushing streams a little bit later into the cycle. So yeah. Yeah, it's 3:30 on the West Coast right now, which is, it turns out, not a great time to stream to be accessible for people on the West Coast, so... But yeah, I think that's all of the relevant news. There's no Demised After Dark tomorrow because we did it last week. There's no Docs Force, mainly just because I haven't organized one. And there's no real news about anything else, so yeah. Okay. I guess... FanFest, January 6th. We are streaming FanFest. Thank you. JR, my brain is toothpaste, and where would I be without you? You know? The Steam group is taken? No. Well, yeah, it's exceptionally close. Yeah, we'll definitely watch bits and pieces of that because my life is now comprised of MMOs, so you know. I hate my front lawn. To the owner of these chocobos, I'm not going to name any names. Please pick them up or I will throw them into the fire. Thank you. Okay. What are we doing? We're doing the holiday event, which of course, we do know where the holiday event is. Don't look at all of these masonwork interior walls. It's normal. My inventory is so normal. But the chocobos are cute. I hate chocobos. Also, Froj Valfroj, what's your opinion on the Paisas? And there is a correct answer here, by the way. Oh, Paisas, yes. What is your opinion on Paisas? Everyone in chat, thank you. Good. This is an acceptable answer. Watch yourselves. If there's a single person who dunks on my boys the Paisas, Starlight... Okay. Where do I go? Gridania. Sure. Moogles are better? Incorrect. Paisas are the superior Final Fantasy XIV mascot. You hate the mounts, specifically how player characters ride them? Fair enough. Okay. Ooh, your house is Ward 22, Plot 54. Game to see it. I will ask if we can just go ahead and save that for after we're done with the holiday event, because we will need some we'll need some other odds and ends in between them. So yeah, Paisas are gorgeous. How? It's been more than 10 minutes on YouTube. How fucking dare you? How dare you? Oh, so, oh man, JR. I know we've got the meme about how I'll do literally anything but variant dungeons. I do still have role quests to do. So I was gonna do some role quests. Anyways. Blue Starlight. Oh wait, it's level 15. Hold on. I gotta have somebody near level 15. Thaumaturge? Sure. I'm just saying it as a bit at this point. No, we are gonna do variant dungeons. You're 100% correct. Variant dungeons are exactly my steez. We've just been a little Captain Distracto lately, and I am sorry about that. But I promise. Oh, Arcanist? It's a little over. Blue Starlight. This Starlight Celebration volunteer is beaming at you. At least, you think so. Their face is difficult to discern through such mighty facial hair. I do like when settings make up their own BS to have some sort of winter holiday, right? Because, what is it? The Adventure Zone has Candle Nights. And that's the only other comparison that I can think of at this exact moment. But I do think it's a little bit of immersive world building to have some sort of like parallel for it, so. If it isn't my favorite adventurer, you do remember me, don't you? Perhaps I should remove my beard. Much better. Starlight Celebrant Gerenji at your service. I am ever so pleased to meet you during this most sacrosanct of seasons. Oh, is Candle Nights broader than Taz? I just know it from the Adventure Zone. What do you mean, JR? That's not in the Starlight Celebration spirit. In commemoration of the Ishgardian Knights who once sheltered needy orphans from the cold, we strive to deliver joy and comfort to all younglings each Starlight celebration. This year, we pay particular tribute to the figure at the heart of Starlight legend, the snowy bearded captain dubbed the Saint of Nymea. As you can see, we have commissioned replicas of his red coat and fluffy white beard. How better to delight the children than by distributing presents as the saint himself, after all? So far, we have been successful in spreading Starlight cheer. However, it seems there is a particular youngling who finds our felicitous festivities distressing. Were I free to wander, I would reach out to them myself and provide what aid I could. Alas, my duties as celebrant require my attendance here. Might you assist this child in my stead? I am sure they would welcome the insights of an adventurer such as yourself. I am most grateful. Let me summon the young lady who first brought this matter to my attention. Hello, my name is Saline. It's nice to meet you, mister. As I told Miss Garange, I've seen a boy around here who... Oh, look, there he is, over there. Is he gonna kick over a snowman? Oh, no, okay. I guess he didn't come to play this time either. That boy's been watching the stage from a distance ever since preparations began. At first, I thought he was just an introvert, but he always looks so sad. That's why I thought I'd invite him to play. But when I called out to him, he just ran away, like a wimp. Comforting others when they're troubled is a very kind thing to do. You did well to try, Saline. I just think nobody should be alone during the Starlight celebration. Golly, I'm glad that we're doing this after Christmas, hey? He keeps coming back, so I'm sure there's something he's worried about. Maybe he's too shy to ask for a present? Either way, I'm worried about him. Would you help me make sure he's okay, mister? So is Saline a reoccurring character, or is she new to this one? Then I'll leave this matter in your capable hands. I believe the boy ran off towards the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone there knows more about him. Let's ask around. Please tell me if you learn anything, and I'll be sure to do the same. She's new? Okay. I believe he headed for the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone saw him run by? Okay. Wait. So we do know the Whistling Miller refers to... Oh, there he is. Or there someone is. We do know the Whistling Miller is the name for this specific water wheel into grind thing? You know, the technical term, grind thing. But I do like when they refer to locations by their like in-universe name. I always think that's a nice touch. That boy who always comes to stare at the decorations? I know him. I mean, I've seen him around before. I don't know his name. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. That is a... Sure, fine. I mean, if you don't know him, how often would you have seen him smile? Why does he always look so sad? It's the Starlight celebration. Maybe he didn't like his present? I always feel weird with how to sort of interface during the holidays with this kind of stuff. In no small part because I'm always like, I don't know if there's anything meaningful I can contribute. And then every year after the opportunity passes, I'm always like, I should have done something. A boy? Yes, he ran straight past me towards the Great Loam Growery. The Great Loam Growery being the Botanist Guild. Oh, you must mean Tenny. I heard he moved here from Ul'dah recently. Can't tell you much more than that. He makes a point of keeping to himself. Okay. So Ul'dah is the city-state in Thanalan. It's ruled by the Sultana. It's very hyper-capitalist. But, like, Starlight is celebrated there as well. Did you learn anything? Also, is it weird that I'm, like, looking at everybody's outfits being like, I recognize that one? Because this is the cashmere poncho, right? So his name is Tenny. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to the Great Loam Growery. Is that Salin's, like, parental figure, or is the outfit for the Starlight Celebrants the cashmere coat dyed light blue? Hello, Tenny. Who are you? Some kind of adventurer? Is it weird that I've gotten used to everyone knowing us as the person who saved the world from Ultima Thule that I'm like, come on, kid. How could you possibly not know the Warrior of Light's name? Oh, Tenny. He is. And my name is Salim. Which, to be fair, in the end of Endwalker, right, they were talking about how we were all trying to fade back into obscurity by virtue of being, going back to our roots as the adventurers and disbanding the guild of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. But also, he is. And my name is Salim. You were at Min Keto's amphitheater earlier, weren't you? Most people know you by name, but not by sight. A fair point, JR. Would you like to go and join the Starlight celebration with me? My friends will be there too, so we can all play together. Your friends. Oh, wait. Is it going to be way simpler? Is Tenny just sad about moving because he doesn't have friends in Gridania? They're really nice. Do you not want to? It's not that. It's a long story. Actually, I'm a secret Asian trapped in a little boy's body, and I came here to rejoin all of the worlds together, and so that way, Zodiark would be able to eat all of the future people's souls, but not the past people's souls. But then some big bozo went along and killed Zodiark and all of the unsundered Asians, and so now I'm just trapped here, and now I'm staring at your stupid Starlight holiday. I guess it wasn't that long of a story. I have time. We just moved here for my father's job, and I know there's no point in moping about it, but I really, really miss my 3 friends back in Ul'dah. Okay, no, it's what we originally thought. During Starlight, we'd show each other what toys we got and eat too many sweets and find all the best decorations in the city. Moving's rough, dude. We'd have so much fun, and each time we'd promise to play together the next year. But now... you're all the way in Gridania. I used to love the Starlight celebration, but now all I can think about is leaving my friends behind and betraying our promise. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings by asking you to play. It's alright. You didn't know. But, Tenny, doesn't this mean you'll never be able to enjoy the Starlight celebration without feeling guilty? There must be something we can do. Okay, so, like, I moved around a fair amount as a kid, So I kind of get this, but on the flip side, it's such kid logic to be like, oh, I'll never be able to enjoy Starlight the same way again. Time heals all wounds, kid. Just wait to be a little jaded. All your friends will move on without you. It's fine. Mister, you're a grown-up. What do you think? Sounds like something that 3 tickets to Gridania could fix. Pack your bags, kid. I'm smuggling you back to Ul'dah. No! No! Oh, God. Nothing screams friendship, Kupo, like Moogle mail. Right? This is obviously the actual solution. That's literally kidnapping. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, well, I guess it kind of depends on your perspective, JR, because if you think about it, how big is the Eorzean Peninsula? Because the Black Shroud is fairly centrish, and Ul'dah is just to the southeast, right? Meow. That's it. I could send them presents. That's a lovely idea. Everyone loves getting packages, and that way you'll be celebrating together, at a distance. What should I give them? Something you can only get in Gridania? My brain immediately went to racism, and I feel a little bad about that, but also... Ho, ho, ho! The answer to that is simple. That's not the voice that I do for Godbert normally, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's not Godbert, so it's fine. That snowy white beard, that's the real thing. You're the Saint of Nymea, aren't you? Can't have Godbert wear the hat or no one would recognize him. What? Young Tenny, you need look no further than your own 2 hands. For presents crafted from the heart are presents full of heart. I shall rigorously assist you in every step of their creation as both an artisanal saint and saintly artisan. I don't really understand, but thank you? I'll help too. That way your presents will be crafted in half the time. Really? Alright then. Thanks. Master Adventurer, might rely upon you to deliver Tenny's gifts once they are prepared? No, that's what the Moogles are for. Though we could post them by more conventional Moogles, a child's hard work and dedication ought to be hand-delivered by only the most trusted individual. Okay, fine. And hey, Underfront. And as you are both emotionally invested in Tenny's happiness and currently standing before me, I bequeath the task to you. You will do it, yes? I guess I started the post-Moogle side quests, right? So I guess I'm just as qualified to deliver gifts as the Moogles are. Excellent. Then we shall have these creations ere the spinner sloshes her nog. Yo, wait, hold on. Is there eggnog in this? In the meantime, I would have you apprise Amgarenji of our efforts. Once you have relayed your report, return here for the requisite packages. Chop chop. I don't know. I wonder if it's just because I grew up as like a first generation American Chinese. I feel like my relationship with the like winter holidays is a bit of a mixed one. Like the holiday that I'm like kind of looking more forward to is in February with the Lunar New Year. I don't know. Like this year we did a lot more like Christmas stuff than previous years, the Advent calendar and other odds and ends. But yeah, I don't know. So fun fact, it is Year of the Dragon next year. The year of the zodiac it is actually bad luck for them. So, for example, if you were born in the year of the rabbit, as I can't find my little rabbit figurine. Oh, here, hold on. So if you were born in the year of the rabbit, it's actually really bad luck for you that year because, or rather, at least that's what they believe in China, because luck ebbs and flows, right? So it's a part of the reason why you wear red and to like sort of try and invite good luck into your life. It's the whole, a little bit of feng shui and all of that jazz. But yeah, if you're born in the year of the dragon, the fact that it is the year of the dragon means that you got to be on your tiptoes. And then it's like varying levels of luck for everybody else, right? In a very nonsensical astrological way. So don't worry, Battle Benoy. I was born in the year of the boar, and nothing makes you feel good about yourself and your self-esteem like being born in the year of bacon. Welcome back. Were you able to speak with the boy? I see. To be separated from one's friends is heartbreaking indeed. I only wish I too could help in some way. Oh, I know just the thing. I shall transform you into a saint. I have a Saint of Nymea costume that I would be most happy to gift you. Tenny's friends will be delighted for a visit from the spinner's anointed herald. Accept this as with my warmest wishes, dear adventurer. I know you won't let us down. Oh, they're called unorthodox? Sure, nice. Which is a play on the Orthodox Ishgardian Church. I'd rather be a boar than a boar. Nice. Good. 10 points to JR. You're a sheep, a ram. And good evening, Alan. Together at a distance, Omgaranjay is grinning eagerly, her wide eyes sparkling more than usual. Without further ado, let us transform you into the Saint of Nymea. I have no doubt you will look every bit the part in the costume I gave you. You must equip the following items in order to proceed. Once you're dressed and sufficiently fluffed your magnificent beard, speak with Omgaranjay again. If any of the aforementioned items are not in your possession, you can purchase them from the recompense officer at Minketa's amphitheater. How dare you? I mean, I actually like doing this kind of stuff, but how dare you? Alright, sure, fine. I wonder if it's like the fashion reports where you can, just glam them over your clothing items and they'll count. But I don't wonder enough to try it. Incredible! I feel as though I'm addressing the very captain of legend. Now then, pray return to the Great Loam Growery and collect Penny's presents. The happiness of precious younglings is in your hands. So the Great Loam Growery is a great example of spaces that are not utilized. We're gonna do a really fast side tangent, and then we'll just go back to it. And there are so many of these that I wonder if they're going to pop up in the variant dungeon. I believe... Is it Black Boar Gate that I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is. So, if you talk to Gathan, these gates are to remain closed until further notice. If you wish to venture outside the walls, you can ride the ferry from West Shore Pier, south of the Lancers Guild. Right? Like, why is that gate closed? Where is that gate going? Is it just a holdover from 1.0 in original Final Fantasy XIV? And then, what is the other one? There is another gate. It's not worth it to try and find it, so I will give up. But there's another gate on here. I think it might be up there where it's like... I said I was going to give up, and then I immediately kept going. There's another gate up there where there's a guy, and he's like, only the nobles of Gridania are allowed to come up here. And it's like, okay, cool, I guess. Yeah, it is here, because Ursendel is the Hawk Manor butler. And then... The district beyond is home to distinguished Gridanians. Commoners may not enter. That includes you, adventurer. Go back whence you came, or I will be forced to remind you of your place. Like, God, Gridania sucks. I mean, Ishgard is not better, but you get it. Red and white suit is the first thing you think of with Ishgardian Captain. Both of these places were closed in 1.0 as well. There's a path near Apkalo Falls that leads to the old amphitheater. Really? You say. I do really like looking at the 1.0 map. Why that's the case? Who knows? Welcome back, mister. You've asked Kenny about the presents. Oh, interesting. The presents are ready. I thought it might take longer, but the Saint of Nymea showed us how to weave them up in no time. We made 3 bracelets, one for each of my friends. That's actually really cute. I'm a big fan of friendship bracelets. You said you'd take them to Ul'dah for me, right? My friend Momolau always hangs out around outside the quicksand, so you should start there. If the others aren't with him, he'll tell you where to go. I don't know how to properly thank you for this, but thank you, mister. Sure. Should we take the airship like we were actually going to do it? Old school. I really like the airship animations, which is like, I don't know, it might just be like a holdover from me playing Maple Story. I really like the airships, and I really like well, sure, fine. I really like the airships, and I really like the like submersibles and airships in the workshop. I don't know. They're such a cool vibe in my opinion. Oh, nope, that's front lines. Hold on. Sure, hold on. 120 of your finest gil, please. Like, it's very silly. There's no point to these anymore, I have to imagine. But back when I used to play MapleStory, when you would traverse between zones, there were like airships that were like interstitial zones, and like people hung out on the airships and just like truly behaved like the world's biggest degenerates. And there's a part of me that wishes that was still around in Final Fantasy XIV. Elish in RP has to travel everywhere. In RP has to travel everywhere by airship because he lacks sufficient aether / anima, I guess, to use the aetherites. Yeah, and I do it again, Froge Valfroge. You miss the boats and airships in WoW, but you also don't miss the boats and airships in WoW. Fair. And why do I headcanon Elish is that? Because he has a surfeit of Aether. He's not an ancient soul like the Warrior of Light or other like spellcasty types, right? That's why he uses a sword. How old is Momolau supposed to be? Because I've got questions. Yeah, I'm Momolau. What have you got for me? Woven bracelets. Though woven by small hands, this accessory was created with big heart. From Tenny? Oh, Tenny, you big dummy. We've all been a mess since he left. It's just not the same without him. But now I know that some things will never change, no matter how far apart we are. He's still the same old Tenny, still celebrating Starlight with us. He sent gifts for all of us. Oh, someone's going to cry. I can feel it. Let's see. Larkin said he'd be at the Gold Court, and Othwell had to do something near Milvaneth Sacrarium. Thanks, mister. Tell Tenny happy Starlight for us. You'll find Larkin in the Gold Court and Othel by Milvaneth Sacrarium. They're going to love their gifts, I just know it. I wonder if they just made Momolau min height, right? Which, like, is fine, but yeah. Sacrarium. Sacarium. All right, kiddo. Hello, mister. I've been very good this year. You can ask my friends. What do you think they call the Saint of Nymea, right? Because, like, ostensibly Santa Claus is supposed to come from Saint Nicholas. Handmade from Tenny. I'm not crying. I just got snow in my eye. Last year, we all stood right here and made a promise to celebrate Starlight together. And Tenny remembered, even though he moved away. When I was a child, I definitely did not listen. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Ain't no way. I thought that was the end for us, but friends always find a way, right? And Tenny will always be our friend. Tell him I said that, okay? Santonym? It's got real antonym energy, but I'm kind of here for it. Oh boy. Can I go even more dweeb energy than I've already been going? My glasses. How do you know my name? Is that a package for me? Penny said this? He made this? I guess he didn't forget about his mates after all. It's funny. I just finished wrapping a gift for Tenny too. A gift from all of us. We wanted something with our names on it, so we pooled our pocket money and got him a bracelet. Great minds think alike, eh? Anyway, if you're headed back to Gridania, could you take this to him? It mean a lot to us. Okay, bud. All of Tenny's gifts have been successfully distributed. Now to make your final delivery, one addressed to Tenny himself. We should just teleport back to Gridania. But I'm not going to do that. The more things change, the more they stay the same. If you... Now that I think about it, the lift sort of implies that there are 3 levels to Ul'dah, which is actually kind of impressive for it not being the palace itself. So yeah, padding out the stream time, I see. I don't know what you could possibly be accusing us of, JR. I want to admire the unorthodox saint outfit from all possible angles. We're not getting a booty shot of the saint outfit, Presna. All possible angles that do not involve the booty. Oh, good. Good. Oh. Bye. I wonder... I wonder if you could, butts about with, like, did anybody here watch the Netflix animated Claws? And like, I wonder if you could mess around with like playing with the name Nim and do like a whole like alternate Starlight history in Final Fantasy XIV. Hooray, you're back! Did you find everyone? Did they like their presents? Etched into woven strips of leather are the names of 4 lads forever friends. But no girls allowed. Saline, I'm sorry, you can't be Tenny's friend. This is... a bracelet? And look, they carved their names into it. Momolau, Larkin, Orthuel, and Tenny. They must really miss you too. If this isn't proof of your friendship, I don't know what is. I never thought they'd send me something. And it's a bracelet too. Great minds think alike, eh? Well, there's only like 10 inventory slots on your body, and they sure as heck weren't going to send you a main arm or a offhand arm, so... I'm so glad everything worked out. Now you can enjoy the Starlight celebration without any more worries. Saline, thank you for helping me. I really was happy when you invited me to play before, so I hope... I mean, would you be my friend? You silly. I'm already your friend. This is very saccharine sweet, right? I want to send them something even better next year. What should I make? We should tell Miss Garangie the good news. Tenny and I will be right behind you. Sorry. God, how did you know I was a men's rights activist? Please. Please no. Gosh, this was an awkward time for you to pop in, Blue Hydra. Good to see you. So not only were his handmade presents happily received, Tenny's friends sent him a thoughtful gift as well. None could ask for a better display of Starlight's spirit. You have brightened many a young face today in your role as the Saint of Nymea. It truly warms my heart. Still, I can't help but wonder if Tenny and his friends knew how fitting the gift of a woven bracelet is. In certain lands, such bracelets are customarily exchanged as a symbol of friendship, as it is said the intertwining strands represent lasting bonds. No doubt those younglings will enjoy each other's companionship for many a Starlight to come. We came to say thank you. Thank you, Miss Garangie, and thank you, Mister. I'm grateful that I was able to keep my promise to my friends and make another one along the way. I'm glad to hear it. After all, the Starlight celebration is meant to be enjoyed with everyone we cherish, be they near or far. Now then, what say you both to receiving your gifts? I gave those two their presents earlier, but they seem to be in search of companions. Let's invite them to play, Tenny. Yeah, we can all celebrate together. It's cute. It's just so cheesy. But I mean, if there was ever a holiday based off of nostalgia, right? You don't like feel-good stories? I do. It's just like if you needed to plot out like the like storyteller structure, right? Like this truly was from point A to point B to point C, which, I mean, to be fair, some people aren't here for the story, right? Some people cutscene skip. So I guess if I was a cutscene skipper, this is exactly the amount of story I'd be able to handle. A savior chosen to shield younglings from winter's wrath and provide them with every happiness the season can afford. Yet not all gifts are within the saint's power to deliver. The gift of friendship, for instance. Forsooth, I can only teach them how to make pretty things and encourage from afar. May their starlights be bright and their friendships everlasting. Ho, ho, ho. Aww. Together at a distance. That's us, chat. Oh. Do we want to do whatever this is? Let's just see what it is super fast. Garanjay brightens when she sees you, glancing at a sack brimming with starlight goodies. Perhaps I might persuade you to continue your work as the Saint of Nymea. Splendid. Gridania will be ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the realm have sent us a wide array of delights this year, so I would have you distribute them to younglings who pass by the amphitheater. While I won't insist on the costume, you should know that you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you. Damn, Garanjay being all like, actually, I am a big fan of a man in a beard. Excuse me. Oh. Do we even know the kids? Like, are there kids on the source that we know? I vaguely remember the like kids in Shadowbringers. The one who's like, I want to be an alchemist. Oh my god. You see a child approaching the amphitheater. Reaching into your bag of gifts, you select a deluxe Bismarck pound cake. Hell yeah. A pair of warm Fenyiel boots. Fenyiel is the name of the organization adjacent to the Gridania Leatherworkers Guild. They're literally Eorzea's brand name. A Sunsilk Tapestries winter coat. A mammoth produced by the Skysteel Manufactory. A pair of mittens knitted with Azim Steppe wool. Holy moly. A Charlian Ring of Wisdom. So this is something that I was thinking about recently, which is, so my mom has made me a lot of like knit hats recently, mainly because obviously I've whinged in the past about like not having hats that I could wear. So I haven't had a lot of stream time to wear it, and it like very soon will not be relevant, but it is like one of those like Santa hats, right? And the thing is, like, I was wondering, why do we not see as many like hand knitted clothing items anymore. And I do feel as though in part, right, it is because of like the texture and stuff like that. And like the readily availableness of like textiles and things in the modern era. But also, would you even want a pair of mittens knitted, right? Like things to go on your hands to protect you from the cold? Because like I don't know that I would actually trust this to not be too porous to allow water in. It's becoming a lost art. Very fair. Exceedingly fair. I get it, right? Crocheted hats to knitted, but both are cute. This might be crocheted, actually. I'll be honest, I don't know the difference. Confession time, here's what I got. A Charlian Ring of Wisdom. Brum, brum. We are, of course, choosing a mammoth produced by the Skysteel Manufactory, because what could be better on an Ishgardian holiday than an Ishgardian gift? Bismarck pound cake also sounds Ishgardian. The Bismarck is actually the name of the Culinarianist Guild in Limsa Lominsa. Wait, do each of the gifts correspond to a character from the zone? Oh, well, now we gotta go back and we gotta do them all. Hold on. Ah, Master Demeist. What an honor it is to have witnessed such a heartwarming and philanthropic exchange. Oh, Onawa. You gifted that child a Skysteel Manufacturing mammoth, did you not? I find it fascinating that toys created via modern technologies should be coveted for so traditional a festival as the Starlight Celebration. Oh, Onawa, you massive frickin' nerd. In truth, I am conducting research into how such Ishgardian festivals are perceived and promoted in neighboring nations. Ottawa, why are you such a dweeb? When I penned the White Yonder, dude, you're like 16. When I penned The White Yonder, I developed a particular curiosity regarding the effects of interpersonal exchanges on the transmission of cultural practices, you see. Lord Amanalaine generously granted me leave to embark on this journey of inquiry, and I hope to compile what insights I gain here into another volume. Happy Starlight to you, my lord. Oh, Onawa. What a sweet boy. When I thought he died in the Stormblood post, I was heartbroken. Well, okay, now we have to do all of the gifts, right? You would have murdered the entire resistance for him? But that just perpetuates cycles of generational warfare, Mesphia. You see a child approaching the amphitheater. Reaching into your bag of gifts, you select. We'll do a deluxe Bismarck pound cake, which will be a Limsa Lominsen. Who's going to be the NPC from Vilbrand? Oh my god. What? Merylweb can show up for... The Admiral can show up, but we can't get Everett for... Anyways, it's fine. I'm not unhappy about this. Merylweb, you've got so much else that you should be doing right now, girl. Well, this is rather unexpected. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Merylweb, but why is she just vibing out in Gridania? Well, this is rather unexpected. I have but just finished attending to state business. Okay, sure, fine. There's some sort of corollary between Limsa Lominsa and Gridania. Fine. Well, this is rather unexpected. I have but just finished attending to state business and thought to observe these celebrations ere I return to Limsa Lominsa. I understand the Bismarck donated baked sweets to be distributed as gifts. Though I have little familiarity with the Starlight celebration myself, one does not soon forget the joy of receiving such festival delights as a child. I pray that the Bismarck's contribution provides Eosia's young ones with many a fond memory. Yeah, but Merylweb's the only one who's governing a country that is actively rebelling against her, right? Like, you could make the argument that in Ul'dah, right, the monetarists are constantly trying to usurp Nanamo's control, but like, literally in Limsa Lominsa, there are pirates in the street who are like, rah, fuck Merylweb, pew, 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 pew. Like, why are you here, girl? You could have sent a Grand Marshal Stanislav? That's not what his name is. But the Storm Marshal. You've got people for this, girl. And yet she still has more character development than Kani-sana. Listen. We don't... You know what sucks is that I will probably still defend Kani-sana a little bit. Like, she's not my favorite, but like, I kind of get it. I don't know. Listen, the thing is that I have a weakness for bland bread loaves, okay? A pair of warm Feniel boots. So this is going to be somebody from Gridania. Also, they might be introducing us to Merylweb because in Dawn Trail, right, we're going to be sailing around a lot, so there could be more involvement from Limsa Lominsa. Oh my god, it's Kani-sana. Sure, okay, cool. I love it when this happens. Thank you for dedicating time to play saint for the younglings. Seeing the city awash with their bright smiles is but one virtue of this fine festival. Were those not Feniel boots you gifted just now? The atelier is known for its sturdy shoes, so I imagine that child will be afforded endless hours of play. Kani-sana, I was just trying to defend you, girl. You gotta say something real interesting real soon here, girl. I used to run through these woods as a youth. Oh my god, is she really doing the I ran through fields of wheat? Who is the UK Prime Minister who was there for like a month or whatever? God. I used to run through these woods as a youth, and I can assure you that feet are the first to feel winter's bite? Theresa May! Thank you, Lemmy. Yeah, Kani-sana giving me Theresa May energy. I used to run through these woods as a youth, and I can assure you that feet are the first to feel winter's bite. How reassuring to know that our children will spend the coldest season in warmth and comfort. That isn't all you have to say, right? You've got something else you want to say, right? Anyways, we love Kani-sana in this household. We definitely think she's great. Next year, we're going to spread Eorzean Starlight celebrations around the world by helping Rowena open Walmarts in the Broom, Algira, the Doman Enclave, and the New World. No! Could you imagine? I do feel like we've probably lost a little bit of the, like, what a terrible person Rowena is through like subsequent expansions. Like, we got a little bit of her in the Ameliont's custom deliveries turn-in, but even then, like, she doesn't strike me as terrible. She just strikes me as a hyper-capitalist, which maybe that should strike me as terrible. The Keeper of the Entwined Serpents has more character development than Connie, and he still doesn't have a name. Let's see. Sunsilk Tapestries is Ul'dah. Obviously, that's where the Weavers are. Oh, Momodi makes sense, right? Momodi is the Adventurer Guild representative in Ul'dah. You deal with her a lot. I am super okay with Momodi being here. I don't know how I feel about, like, the president and prime minister showing up, but, you know, here we are. So you're the Saint Aimia I've been hearing so much about. I snagged an invitation from the Adventurers Guild, hoping for some seasonal refreshment, and between all the smiling youngsters and twinkling lights, I haven't been disappointed. That garment you just handed off was Weavers Guild craftsmanship, wasn't it? I'd recognize that style anywhere. A certain fancy guildmaster's going to hear how well that puppet liked his present just as soon as I get back to Ul'dah. If he doesn't melt to rose oil on the spot, I'll eat my proverbial hand. Yeah, it's Redolent Rose, who's the Weaver's Guildmaster, and then they have, God, what's his name? Masked Rose in the Gold Saucer for the fashion reports. I gotta get back on those. I haven't. I'm so far behind. They also can't have Raubon or Nanamo show up just in case someone is in the middle of Heaven's Ward doing the event. Oh, that's very smart, JR. I wonder if it has contextual... I wonder what the contextual changes to the dialogue are for that. Okay, we should only have, like, 2 more people, I think. Skysteel Manufactory done. A pair of mittens knitted with Azim steppe wool. So who do we think this is going to be? I can't imagine it's going to be Hien. Maybe Sadu or Magnai? It could also be Hancock, but I hate Hancock, so I don't want it to be Hancock. Oh my god, it's Magna? Hey, dude? What? Is my presence here so peculiar? I have it on the authority of foreign traders that this Eorzean ritual is not simply a sacred distribution of gifts to children. It is an ideal setting in which to find my Nama. So, as Mesphia said, Magnai is referred to by Sadu as little son, which is one of the best comedic moments. Magnai is like the god king of a specific tribe where they believe he's represented as like the embodiment of the sun. And he is on his quest for his Nama, or his moon, who, like, he believes in, like, a soulmate and all of that jazz, so yeah. Thirsty Scion is literally 5 feet away. Oh, I don't... We'll have to see. Are you talking about the Mikote archer from the second string of Scions? Your denial is futile. Hidden somewhere in this wood is my gentle maiden of dusk, my ethereal dancer in the morning mist. I am certain of it. Oh, Magnai. You just want a girl in a cute little Santa outfit. And you know what? You do you, bestie. Yet all those I have yet observed appear to be mewling children, chattering kin, or shamelessly courting couples. Had I been aware of such a complication, I would have sought divine guidance before coming here. Then again, delaying my journey might have precluded attending this auspicious ceremony. Nay, I am born of the mighty sun, and naught can elude my gaze. Let legend remember that Magnai of the Orinir sought his Nama alone, and discovered her wreathed in the light of Gridania's stars. You know what, bestie? You do you. You're gonna find her. I believe in it. I don't know if Sadhu is Magnai's little son. Aenor. Is Aenor here? Aenor's to the east. Oh my god! Yeah. An Ocker Boulder, who we of course know is brother to Hoary Boulder, some of our favorite scions of the 7th Dawn. 'Tis good to see you again. We're using... Oh wait, no. Okay, so they don't have contextual they don't have contextual dialogue for the Starlight Festival. Yeah, so Battle Benoy, if you when you're going into the Rising Stones in Mordona to do those parts of the MSQ, you'll find Hoary Boulder, Aenor. Oh god, I can't remember the elf's name. Coltonet, Ocker Boulder, and then Aenor's sister Clementine, I think. Sadhu's waiting for him to realize that he's the ethereal dancer in the mist. Listen, if Magnai just sort of opened his mind to additional possibilities, I bet Sadhu would peg him. So yeah, Aenor is shamelessly thirsty for Ocker Boulder and Hoary Boulder. Oh, how I miss Hoary Boulder. I long for the days that I could have a brother on each arm, but it seems all that dreaming was for naught. My appetite is lost, and sleep does not come easy. I can scarce hold my bow now without my hand starting to shake. Could this be? This lack of brotherly love must be causing me to suffer withdrawal. Oh, help me, Clemens. Oh, Clemens, not Clementine. But anyways, yeah, so Aenor is super horny for Ocker Boulder and Hoary Boulder, which is like... Listen, I get it. Rose? So then we have one more person to do. And that's going to be Charlea. Which is interesting that we don't have anyone from Radzat Han. But... fair enough, I suppose. Row men ugly, row women are queens. Wow. Listen, sometimes you just want a big, strong man to engulf you. And hey, Tiger Eye. Yeah, Santa Elish. JR pointed out to me that I had 4 days left to do this event yesterday. So, you know, I had to get it before it goes on the Mogstation. You get it. Wait. Is Radzat Han locked behind the role quests, or are you doing a bit, Presna? Charlatan Ring of Wisdom. I thought you were being serious for a second. I guess we can excuse Kani-sana for, like, wandering around Gridania and finding... Oh! Why, Ellen, what a lovely surprise. Before you ask, I am not here on official business. My wife wished to see the festivities, so I have accompanied her. That is all. Wow, Fortuno. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out. So much for Starlight cheer. You know, once, when the twins were little, Fortuno gave them puzzles complicated enough to stump half the studio, and that was genuinely his best effort at gift-giving. But lo and behold, Alphino solved his without batting an eye, and Alice couldn't even be bothered to open the box. My gift was seeing this man dumbfounded by his two talented and drastically different children. Yes, well, the very notion that the Saint of Nymea might visit our Charlatan household, it was flawed from the outset. God, I hate and love Fortuno at the same time. Fortuno is me nitpicking at the lore, but Fortuno is also a shitty dad. Regardless, such charades are behind us now. Our children no longer lie awake hoping for starlight presents. Perhaps, but I certainly wouldn't refuse a gift were it offered. It appears I have business at Fenyiel Fineries after all, if you'll excuse me. That's right. I must send Mila a little something as well. Did you know she's begun work at the High Crucible? Oh, I'm so proud of her. So Mila is the Aura who stays with Emiliance during the custom deliveries with her. And she is a sort of, not study abroad. What is the term when you, like, house a kid to, like, study for a semester? It's not study abroad. What am I thinking of? Exchange student. Thank you, Tigerine. Yeah, Mila is an exchange student that Emiliance took in as a part of the, like, studium exchange student process. Emiliance is your idol. Emiliance is good. Okay, doke. I'm still sad that we don't get to see Amaric. But if somebody's in Heaven's Ward right now, they might be like, oh my god, Amaric got stabbed. And Onawa's not a bad shout, so we love our sweet boy Onawa. Okay. So, we're really just vibing and catching up on some lore-based stuff. So, we're going to go on a very quick break. You know the drill. It's going to be anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. We try to keep it on the 3-minute side. And when we return, we're going to finish off the caster role quests, which are based in Ishgard. And then, you know, we might see if we do some other role quests. Be back soon. Bye! And we're back. Excuse me. I don't think my posture's bad right now, but also, it could be better. And also, now I get to show off my Temple Knights shirt again, which I'm genuinely very happy about. Because, you know. Oh yeah, hold on. My family was like, oh, you know, like, what kind of shirts do you want? And they were like, you know, asking for like logos and things to put on it. I'm gonna go ahead and reject your green because absolutely not, Lemmy. But I will hydrate and I will check my posture. Hydrate or dihydrate. Hold on. Yep. Am I the world's biggest nerd? Yes. Am I the world's biggest nerd specifically for Ishgard? Also yes. Okay. It's been a while since I've been dressed up as a red mage. You get the drill. It's my like semi-Elishan character RP glam, because Morbol Green is the outfit. I like the like one armored arm, one free arm aesthetic. And yeah, the quests for Ishgard are, unfortunately for me, magic DPS, because, and a friend pointed this out a long time ago, and I don't know how like consistently true this is, but they pointed out that each of the zones has a class specifically for the one that they're missing for the role quest. So Gridania didn't have a tank, so Gridania's is the tank role quests. I want to say Uldaz didn't have a healer, so they're the healer role quests, etc., etc. So yeah. Is staying on top the new Zoomer memes that I need to understand, Battle Benoit? Al Amigo for healer. Thank you, Masfia. You were so upset that they skipped Ulda? Okay. Will's unending faith unbending. Okay, hold on. Actually, before we do this, it has been a long time since we've done the role quests, like an obscenely long time. So let's go back over what we know, because it's been a hot second. Okay. Okay. So, our aching souls. The Guardian delegate. So this is when we're in Radzat Han. There's a bunch of members of the Alliance there who are asking for the Warriors of Light's help. The Ishgardian delegate informs you that a dread blasphemy resembling a dragon has appeared in Ishgard, spreading panic throughout the nation. Seeking to vanquish the threat without delay, the authorities have begun to assemble a hunting party. Though they have no shortage of valorous knights, the Ishgardians believe that their mission would benefit from the presence of a battle mage who can stand unflinching in the face of their fell quarry. And who should fit that description better than you? Having agreed to lend your strength, you promptly depart for the Holy See. Arriving in snow-swept Ishgard, you are warmly welcomed by both Artwarel and Amric, who brief you on the situation with the blasphemy. Dubbed Profane Fafnir, the beast was apparently born from a young man seen stumbling through the Hoplon in a state of distress. Though the creature soon fled, it has since been seen in the skies above Ishgard on a regular basis, and the mere sight of it has caused others to turn as well. While the identity of the first victim is unknown, it has been determined that all who were subsequently transformed were peoples of fervent faith, such as priests and inquisitors. In order to better understand the situation, Artwarel has arranged a meeting with the sole member of the clergy who has witnessed the blasphemy's birth, but did not turn. Thus do you make your way to St. Raymonald's Cathedral, where the man, a deacon named Clem, awaits. You speak with Clem, who recounts the terrifying moment the blasphemy appeared, and confirms that his brethren who were present were all overcome with despair and transformed. As the deacon recounts his tale, Bishop Vartoneau, presently the highest authority in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, appears and thanks you for your efforts to rid Ishgard of this scourge. As he has taken his leave, Clem turns to you with a request. A request which his tone suggests may be somewhat urgent. All my homies hate Bishop Vartoneau. In the wake of the transformations, a group of clergymen fled the city in fear. Believing that it is more dangerous out in the wilderness, Clem entreats your aid in searching for them in the Western Highlands, that they may be persuaded to return to Ishgard. While Artwarel and Amric tend to Hemlock, you are tasked with escorting the deacon to Gorgane Mills. Can you check the journal for past stuff? I guess you could check the completed section, huh? Gorgane Mills. You succeed in finding the clergymen at Gorgane Mills. However, in the course of lamenting their poor treatment at the hands of the populace in the wake of the war's end, an inquisitor succumbs to his despair and transforms into a beast. To prevent it from harming others, Amric bids you go after the creature and do what must be done. You find the turned inquisitor and lay him to rest. Your task accomplished, you hurry back to rejoin your companions at Gorgane Mills. Amric informs you that the remaining clergymen have agreed to return to the Holy See. Once they have been safely escorted back, he bids everyone reconvene at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly to lay plans. For your purposes, you have the use of the strategy room, which you may enter by speaking with the Temple Knight guard stationed without. Arriving at the congregation, you announce yourself to the guard, who shows you through to your companions. In the event that you leave the strategy room, recent revelations strongly suggest that people of faith are most susceptible to turning due to the challenges they have faced since Ishgard's false history was brought to light. However, further investigation will be required if you are to draw a definite conclusion, and Amric bids you take a moment's rest while he and Artwarel make provisions for your next move. Only justice, only vengeance. In hurried tones, Artwarel informs you that Bishop Vartoneau has decided to grant you an audience this very moment. Not wanting to miss the opportunity to learn if his grace and Vaindru may be connected, you make haste for St. Raymonald's Cathedral. Right, so, there is a man named Vaindru And he's only called Vaindrew, that's not his actual name, because of Sir Vaindrew's grace? Is that what it's called? I don't think it's called that. Hold on. Coerthus. Oh, can we not go to... Oh, we can. Perfect. Hold on. Sir Vaindrew's grace, yeah. He's called that because there is a hospital in Ishgard called Sir Vaindrew's Grace, where the man was found and taken to because he had somehow managed to get back to Ishgard from places unknown. In hurried tones, not wanting to miss the opportunity to learn if his grace and Vaindrew may be connected, you make haste for St. Raymonot's Cathedral. You will arrive at the cathedral to find an apologetic Clem, who explains that the bishop has left on urgent business. While wondering what business should be so urgent, you head outside with your companions in search of his grace. It does not take you long to find the bishop. Appearing flustered, he denies any acquaintance with Vaindrew and makes to leave. Ere he can do so, however, you experience a vision of his past, the Echo, which reveals that he has journeyed to Azisla and tried to resurrect King Thordan and his Knights 12 through a ritual of summoning. We murdered those last Thursday on stream. His plot laid bare, the bishop lashes out in a righteous fury, only to turn into a beast and force Amric to cut him down. Artwirl offers to tend to the aftermath and look after the distraught Clem, and bids you and Amric await him in the congregation. After you recount your vision in full, Amric posits that the summoning ritual may have succeeded despite the lack of Aether. However, what resulted was not the fearsome primal and his guards you once faced and felled, but a single, otherwise ordinary man driven by the desire to protect the Archbishop. While you have yet to find conclusive proof that this clone and Vaindrew are one and the same, the possibility cannot be ruled out, and it is on this premise that you press on with your investigation. Oh, an ending journey is missing the level 86 quest. Oh, dang. Well, thank you for that heads up, JR. Is there anything that I missed of significance from 86? The main reason why we did that was just to do a quick refresher, because it has been approximately 1 billion years. I kind of don't want to finish... I don't want to finish the caster role quests because I want to be able to come back to this room, right? Because it's like, it's so nicely appointed. And like, you know, me thinking about like how to possibly try to even replicate some of these things, most of which are not replicatable, right? This table is not a housing table. I mean, technically it is, but it has been scaled up. The crossed halberds is an item that you get from Eureka. There is no way to get this, even though this is the symbol of the Temple Knights. These lanterns on the wall you can get, but these little banners are actually the exterior housing flags, so you can't get those on the inside of the house. These chairs I don't believe you can get. I don't actually know what chair this is. I think you can get this chair. Or is it, or am I thinking, oh, you know what this chair might be? This might be the asset from the Troya, the Fell Court of Troya. It might be the Fell Court of Troya dyed blue. I don't know if there's a globe housing item. But yeah, I want to try and replicate this room sometime. I don't know that it will be possible, but... We'll catch you, Battle Benoit. But yeah... I don't want to lose access to this room, but... I think we must if we actually want to know what's going on with Profane Fafnir, right? Wills unending, faith unbending. Artworel has the identity of the blasphemy on his mouth. Yeah, I mean, it can be scaled down if the Riviera table has been scaled up, right? Elish, you are ever a sight for sore eyes. Ill tidings, my friends. I dispatched the Temple Knights to find the clergymen who aided Bishop Vartano's summoning attempt. Regrettably, when confronted, all turned and had to be put down. Without their accounts, how then to ascertain that the clone and Vaindrew are the same individual? Maintaining the assumption that they are, perhaps we should instead consider how Vaindrew may have found his way to Coerthas. According to Elish's vision, he was abandoned in Azisla, but what did he do afterwards? Then there is but one way to ascertain the truth. We follow his trail. I shall go and search for the clone in Azisla. If he is still there, then we are dealing with a different individual. A splendid idea. We leave the floating continent in your capable hands. Meanwhile, Elish and I shall retrace Vaindrew's steps whence he first appeared. Upon being found in the Central Highlands, he was taken to Camp Dragonhead. Let us begin by making inquiries there. So, Camp Dragonhead is the House Fortemps holding that Horsefant used to govern over, which was a really tasteful choice because, again, Horsefant is an illegitimate bastard of the House Fortemps. So it was a good place to keep him out of eyeline while still acknowledging his noble birth and heritage. We loved it. Oh, God. And now we can't go back into the strategy room anymore. Yeah, until he got promoted to dead. When he got promoted to dead, it was, a little bit of a different experience entirely. Oh, God. Have I mentioned that I love Ishgard? So yeah, this is where Horsefant used to stand. Amanalane is ostensibly the person in charge of Camp Dragonhead, but I thought so, JR. It's good to see you, Top Hat. Elish, old boy, when I saw you off in the Ragnarok, I had every faith that you would return, and here you are, a more dependable comrade a man could not hope for. I don't think it's given to Amanalane right after. Is it given to him after Heaven's Ward Post to get him out of Ishgard, so that way he won't cause problems? Yeah, I thought so, Levy, yeah. Ah, 'tis ever an honor to receive you. What brings you to our humble camp this day? An injured man who was found out in the wilds. Yes, I know the one. I was with the patrol that chanced into him north of here at Providence Point. He was unconscious and in a bad way, and we hurriedly bore him back to camp. After doing what we could for him, we sent him on to the city. Your exchange with Yale taught you about where Vaindrew was found. Also, all of these little figurines here on this map are actual housing items that you can get. The little pointy ones are, I want to say, dragoon pieces. The little, flat-topped towers are Temple Knight pieces. The one that looks like the dragoon piece but with accentuations is a vigil piece. These tiny little pieces are wyvern pieces, and this big piece is a dragon piece. And of course, if you are looking at the map, you will know that this is a map of Coerthas. Me? I'm kind of what you call absolutely a jock and not at all an embarrassing nerd. Standing in a castle or humble camp got me thinking about glamping. Well, what's really interesting about the naming conventions of Ishgard and Coerthas is they don't really refer to military settlements as like keeps or anything like that. Because White Brim Font, for example, like it doesn't follow any other naming convention. And then we have Owl Nest and Falcon's Nest, which are both like fortified structures as well. Yeah, it's very strange. Glamping is not entirely inaccurate. And then... Well now, if it isn't the late Lord Horschafont's dear friend, is there something you require? Ah, yes, the mystery man. I was among those who tended him. He was not attired for the snow, much less the snowstorm in which he had been caught, and was suffering from frostbite. When people are extremely cold, they may mistakenly feel that they are warm and disrobed. That might explain his state of undress, excuse me. This isn't the healer's hut, is it? Oh yeah, where did I place that copy of the Enchiridion? The Enchiridion is Ishgard's Bible, for lack of a better phrase, but it's actually also a real book that exists on Greek Stoicism, which I learned from our friend Tigerine. I'm trying to find out if they refer to the healer's hut here, or if it's just in White Brim Font. Okay. There's like a specific organization for combat medics in Ishgard, but it's only really referred to in Coerthas Central. It never really gets another reference elsewhere. Oh, and this is the intercessory, which Horshafont called... Or wait, no, is that the intercessory? No, the intercessory is over here, where you could go into what Horshafont called the Falling Snows. Oh man, I actually haven't been back here. My boy Horshafont. My boy. I killed Horshafont? When did I kill Horshafont? Damn. This is where you do all your G poses, right? It isn't, but I do love the intercessory. It really feels like they picked it up and then immediately threw it away, so yeah. I believe if you're in a party with someone, you can both go into the intercessory, but I might be wrong. When we tier listed, he'll get over it. Theobaldin, not to be confused with Theopaldin. Investigating the stranger we found, are you? I wasn't involved myself, so I can't tell you much about the fellow. But in case it is of interest, earlier the same day, I caught sight of an airship flying dangerously low. It soon disappeared into the brewing snowstorm, looking none too steady. Your exchange with Theobaldin taught you about an airship flying low. Sure. Oh, and also... yeah, you can go inside these towers. God! This is a nonsense thing that is for no one other than me, but in A Realm Reborn, they made it so you could go inside a ton of buildings, and honestly, I kind of love that. Like, it's not useful, but like if you go into like North Shroud, like you can find all of these like lads, and they have like ambient dialogue, and they just like it tells you so much about the world that you lived in. And I just loved it. Y'all miss it too. RP, it's great. Austell and Lakeland has some. That one building in Fairy Ishgard. Oh god, I can never remember the name of it. But I really like using that place as like alternate Ishgard stuff. Yeah, Lala buildings that nobody else can get into in Amarang, I think. Ilmeg, yes, thank you. Ugh. Anyways, it's fine. All the buildings in the Ruby Sea are closed. Literally no shade, no glasses of water. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Note concerning where Vaindrew was found. Vaindrew found unconscious at Providence Point. Note concerning an airship flying low. Airship sighted flying low near Camp Dragonhead. Note concerning Vaindrew's state. Vaindrew not dressed for the cold. Bish, bash, bosh. A mysterious man found collapsed after an airship was seen flying low. Yes, the accounts I heard are consistent with yours. I, for one, am curious about the fate of this unknown airship. To that end, I have arranged a pair of black chocobos for us, to more efficiently to scour the area. We shall contain our search to Providence Point, where Vaindrew is said to have been found. So, fun fact, when you do Heavensward, they tell you that the black chocobo is special for being able to fly. And then, of course, all chocobos are able to fly now. But I did think that was really rad. One of the buildings in Charlian Hamlet could be entered. Was that the case, or was it added with the custom delivery for Magrat? Unclear, yeah. 2 houses in Old Charlian that can be entered. Really? Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest regret is that it's not quite so accessible in Coerthus Western. Like here's y'all, this will surprise literally no one. I just wish there was more Ishgard, right? So, and yeah, better representation of that with regards to the black chocobos. We're allowed to dream. If you are ready, let us be off. Mount a black chocobo and begin searching. Yeah, Everick. God, have we not unlocked our mount speed maps for this? You know what would be bold is if a dragon dropped out of the sky and knocked us off our chocobos. Also, this is Steel Vigil that we're going up to here. Yeah, Steel Vigil, which used to be a House Halinart Vigil until it was destroyed by Saphara, so... Nothing so far. Let us continue northeast. Getting destroyed by a dragon. Yo, Levy, Monster Hunter World as well? Okay. Dang, I underestimated the breadth of Monster Hunter World players, hey? Wow, okay. Profane Fafnir? Smash. No, I won't explain myself. By the Fury. It's the blasphemy. So, Did Vaindrew find Thornton's airship? Because ostensibly, right, we don't know what happened to the airship that Thornton and his Knights 12 took, and the Heavens Ward took to get to Aziz La. So there is theoretically an airship that could have been in play still, right? His Eminence must protect His Eminence. So we know this is Sir Vaindrew's grace because the Chirurgian who's attending the bottles in the background is wearing the same outfit that all of them are. Ah, you're finally awake. Alone be praised. How are you feeling? Strong enough to speak? Can you tell me your name? My name is... No! Zephyrin. No. Cherubert? Or was it Velguin? Paula Crane? So these are all members of the Heavens Ward, right? Zephyrin is considered the new... Oh god, what is it called? It's like antecedent, but it's not. It's like Archimandrite. He's the one who kills Portiafont with the spear of pure aether. Cherubert is the High Inquisitor. He's the one who goes, sickness must be purged, and this shall be a mercy, and does the White Knights, Black Knights. I don't remember if Velguin is another Dragoon. Paula Crane is, I believe, the guy, he's an axe guy who dishonors House Fortemps. House Fortemps no longer sponsors him as a knight, and then Paula Crane gets picked up by House Zamail, and House Zamail basically continue to use him despite the fact that he's like an absolute asshole. So many names swirling in my mind, and voices that reject them. Is there none they will accept? And that style of text box is introduced in Eden with Gaia, when Gaia is thinking about stuff in the past. So we know that those are Vaindrew's internal thoughts. Are you all right? Oh my god. This is the shot from the Lodestone stories, the side stories, where the old Archimandrite is killed by Cherubert for questioning. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Vaindrew. My name is Vaindrew. Well now, that's the same as our infirmary. I dare say fate has guided you to us. You hate the internal thoughts text box. I get it's essential to the story, but very weird that our character can hear someone's thoughts. Ever since they introduced the idea that memory aether is a discrete form of energy, right? It kind of makes sense. Like, imagine if you just like put up a mass spectrometer to someone's brain and you were like, oh yes, I see this is your self-loathing thought. It kind of makes sense. Oh, outside of the echo. Very fair, yeah. So, Vaindrew, if you're feeling up to a little conversation, can you tell me about yourself? Anything else you remember? Anything at all? A proud son of House Zamail. Nay, a devout servant of Helone, who lives for the rush of battle, the pleasure in infecting pain, the attention of maidens, to fight behind my brothers in arms. Devout servant of Helone is another caster. I can't remember his name. Ignau, something like that. Hold on. This is for no one. No one else cares about the names of the Heavens Ward here. Hold on. But I'm doing it for me. This is my time. Ba, 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 ba. Oh man, my brain is toothpaste. Hold on. This is gonna drive me absolutely mad. This one cutscene will take the rest of the stream at this rate. Hell yeah. It's not for me Friday? Well, listen. Okay. So it sucks that I remember this name out of all the other ones. The Attention of Maidens is Adolfel, the Bright Blade. And the reason why I remember that is because Adolfel is a really great swordsman, and unfortunately he womanizes, and so he has killed multiple fathers, husbands, and sons because of how much he sleeps around, apparently. The pleasure of inflicting pain, we all know that one. That's Grinnau. He's the one who fights you in the trial by combat for you and Alphino and Tartaru's like honor, basically. Oh, the devout servant of Helone is Nudenet de Jambert. He's just a dude. He's just a guy. And then I want to say the rush of battle is Ignace. It's been a while. Okay. A low-born runt whose every effort went unrewarded, whose very name disqualified him from ever leading the Temple Knights. But his eminence raised me up, granted me a place at his side. Is that Zephyrin? From that day forth, I pledged my sword to his service, pledged my very being, my life to be offered up in defense of his. That doesn't sound like Zephyrin. Zephyrin's a noble. I am a knight of the Heavens Ward, sworn to protect and serve the Archbishop. Oh, you're a knight. Forgive me if that sounded rude, but I had no idea, and while I realize your memories may be a bit muddled, I'm afraid I must inform you that the Heavens Ward have not been seen in quite some time, and are presumed dead, and the Archbishop, well, he is most certainly no longer of this world. Yikes. But the important thing is you're safe now, and it will help you get back on your feet. Speaking of which, let me bring some food and water. You must be absolutely famished. Loveric's got the bedside manner of a ball-peen hammer. The Archbishop dead? No, this cannot be. How can I still be alive when he is not? Now, there is an interesting question with regards to the Heavens Ward, because the Heavens Ward are tempered by Archbishop Thordan in a way similar to the Drowned with regards to Leviathan and other primals and their iterations. So are the memories that Vaindrew have here memories of the Heavens Ward after they're tempered by King Thordan or before, right? Because a lot of them do feel indebted to Archbishop Thordan. I must find him. Elish. Nice. For the glory of King Thordan. So if he has no memory of who we are, that I would assume that it's the memories of the Heavens Ward before they were tempered, because he would know we're the ones who killed them and also Thordan, right? Another vision, I take it. Let us make for Ishgard. I expect that Lord Otwarel will return soon, if he has not already, and we should both be glad to hear your tale. I can't remember. Have we done any fighting for the role quests so far? Or have they all been vibes-based? Nope, nope, hold on. Okay. God. Someday I'll stop being intoxicated by Ishgard. That day is not today. Ugh. Ugh. God, A Night in the Broom is so tasty. Ugh. Ah, Elish. I pray your search was more productive than mine own. Everyone is here. Excellent. So, were you able to find our clone in Azisla? Nay, not, but the discarded Ascalon remained. How fared you with your own efforts in the Central Highlands? In the course of retracing Vaindrew's steps, we came upon the wreck of the Soleil. I suspect he found the vessel abandoned in Azisla and tried to use it to return to Ishgard. Soleil! So it is the Archbishop's airship. Okay. But he crashed en route and was subsequently rescued by a patrol from Camp Dragonhead. So it would seem. And the Archbishop's airship was not the only thing we found. Profane Fafnir was there too. The creature chose to flee, but not before Elish had a vision of Vaindru's past. Go on, my friend. Share with us what you witnessed. All the pieces fit, and it is as you surmised, my lord. Vaindru and the clone are one and the same, and in his despair he turned into the blasphemy. Yet the confusion he exhibited when asked his name, 'tis as if he wasn't sure of his own identity. According to the Scions, primals retain the memories of their previous incarnations. What? From this, it may be assumed that the clone harbors the memories of all those who became King Thordan and his Knights 12. Wait. Are they implying that Thordan and the Knights 12 is one primal? Though he struggled to reconcile these conflicting memories, he managed to settle on the name Vaindru. That... Okay. It's a reference from Final Fantasy VII. Okay. The voices within were clearly in agreement when facing Elish, the mere sight of whom drove the blasphemy to flee. Oh, so we're saying that they did remember who Elish is, or the Warrior of Light is, and so that's the reason why... the profane Fafnir ran away is because they remember when the Warrior of Light killed them? Above all, however, they share in the desire to protect the Archbishop. This desire was seared into Vaindru's very being, and when he learned that he no longer had a purpose... But like, if the Archbishop Thordan, or if King Thordan is one primal, then all of the boys inside would include Archbishop Thordan. So Vaindru's priority should be to protect himself. Whatever. The Heavens Ward took up arms against us and Ishgard. By their hand were we robbed of one of our finest knights and a dear friend. Even so, I would not wish such a terrible fate upon them. The self-same fate inflicted upon full many clergymen, and a fate I fear ordinary citizens will succumb to if we fail to act. The people will not soon forget the betrayal of our church's leadership, nor should they. But absent the comfort and stability once afforded to them by the institution, many have become lost, and are all too vulnerable to despair. The church can still be a source of comfort, but things need to change. Materia summon called Knights of the Round, one primal is 12 Thordans. Not quite that way, Lemmy, but I do get what you're going for there. I thought as much myself, my friend, but to hear you say it as well. Indeed, when the ground upon which we stand crumbles, we must find the strength to move forward, even should it cause us pain to do so. Lord Artorel, At the next house session, I shall call for an ecumenical council to be held. So remember, Ishgard has transformed into a sort of republic. There's a bicameral house system modeling many European legislatures with a House of Lords and a House of Commons. Ecumenical council refers to a church council. My lord, such a gathering is reserved for... Oh, you intend for the church to codify new doctrine? Since the separation of religion and state, we have refrained from interfering in church affairs. But if the church is to remain a part of Ishgardian society and continue serving the people, it must reconsider its role and formally address recent revelations. I would call for this council not as the Lord's speaker, but as a humble adherent of the faith. Long had I considered whether such measures were necessary, but lacked the courage to set them in motion. I now have it, thanks to you. Okay, this feels a little Deus Ex Machina, but I'll take it, sure. I shall tend to the necessary preparations at once. Among other things, we must reach out to those of the clergy who are amenable to reform. I ask for your patience in the meantime. O mighty fury, guide us to victory. The set of Artwarel's jaw betrays a hint of anxiety. Sure. Elish. Owing to Lord Amric's swift action, I am pleased to say that the Ecumenical Council will soon be held. In case you are unaware, the Council is the highest assembly in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, its purpose to deliberate and decide upon doctrine. The previous one was held no less than 80 years ago, and 4 archbishops have come and gone. As such, most Ishgardians know little of it save what they have read in historical records. Traditionally, the archbishop and members of the synod would meet behind closed doors. In light of Bishop Vartano's fate, however, this time the doors will be thrown open to the public. Indeed, for the first time in history, all men and women of the faith may have a hand in shaping the mission and the teachings of the church. And the teachings. 'Tis my hope that you will also join us in this endeavor. Deacon Clem, allow me to express our gratitude for your efforts in facilitating the council. We appreciate the difficulty of your position. I merely heed my conscience and my faith, my lord. Acting in Bishop Vartano's stead, I shall do all within my power to see that the church may serve the people once more. Where is the Lord Speaker, if I may ask? He stepped outside for a moment, saying that he wished to gather his thoughts ahead of the council. The hour draws nigh, however. Elish, I shall proceed to the vault with the good deacon. In the meantime, may I ask you to find Lord Amric? He should be at the last vigil, I believe. So there are, of course, the 4 vigils: dawn, steel, stone, dusk. The last vigil refers to the specific point inside of Ishgard proper. Each of the vigils being a specific sort of fortress or citadel meant to sort of protect Ishgard against the Dravanian horde. So presumably they're at cardinal directions, but yeah. Oh, 'tis you, my friend. Is it time already? I see. My apologies for making you come and fetch me. I have been thinking, Elish, on the path I have chosen to walk, and on those who have been left behind as a consequence of my actions. Those who died fighting, those burdened with boundless grief, those deprived of position and purpose. Like any nation, Ishgard is made up of disparate souls and with disparate beliefs. Without an enemy to unite us, we recall the differences we once set aside out of necessity, and find amongst our old friends new ideological foes. The future I had envisioned, 'tis far more difficult to secure than I ever imagined. What must I do for our people to live in harmony, for our nation to move forward as one? Such questions I have been pondering. We should begin making our way to the council. Shall we continue our conversation while we walk? Ready? Let us be off. And if it is agreeable, I would like to look on Fort Homp's manor. Oh! 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 I see. Well. Though we haven't much time, I am glad for the opportunity to stroll about the city with you. Oh, I see. Yeah, and also, interestingly enough, all of the 4 high houses have their estates here: Durandare, Halinart, Fort Tomp, Zamail. The only one you can go inside, of course, is Fort Tomp's. It feels like another age that you and yours were no more than foreign wards of House Forton, and in actual fact, it may be considered so. For your coming set in motion a chain of events that brought an end to the Dragon Song War, ushering in a new age of harmony. You paved the way for meaningful change in our nation, and for that you shall ever have my gratitude. Now then, shall we continue on to the architects? The architects referring to all of the statues of the people who were the architects of Ishgard. Man, this also has a different energy knowing that we've murdered Halone, hey? King Thordan and his knights 12, the murderers of Ratatoski. Since the truth of their ancient crime came to light, many have demanded that these images be torn down. Yet, though what our founding fathers did was wrong, neither is it right to simply expunge them and their deeds from history. To do so would be to deny our people's part in what followed for 1,000 years. We have the chance to forge a new future, but we, as a nation, must decide how we will confront our past. Forgive me, I was lost in thought yet again. Let us join Deacon Clem at the vault. I don't know that we have to leave these statues up, Amaric. I gotta be real with you, bud. Like, we don't have to forget them as the egregious war criminals that they were, but like, you know, we probably shouldn't keep up like giant magnificent statues to them, huh? There you are, my friends. The council is about to convene. Let us take our place in the audience hall. Three expansions and a role quest to get a date. I mean, hey. Why am I a part of the Ecumenical Council? Although, there is a nice touch of having this scene before the throne Archbishop Thornton sat at, similar to during the Stormblood Post, when Lys is gathering together the tribes and Alamegans together, right, to talk about the new form of governance. Likewise, that was done before the throne of the King of Alamego. So yeah. Esteemed members of the clergy and honored adherents of the faith, I thank you all for your attendance. Yeah, hold on. Like, if I knew I was coming here, I wouldn't be in battle regalia. In recent days, our nation has been racked by a series of tragedies. Those among us who do Halone's work have been transformed into abominations. This dreadful phenomenon has been brought about by the final days, and it is upon our despair and anguish that it feeds. Thus, if we are to prevent further tragedy, we must strive to ensure that all Ishgarians, clergymen, and citizens alike abide with peace and love for one another in their hearts. To that end, I have called this ecumenical council the first in generations, that we might together determine a path forward for the Church and our society as a whole. Since antiquity, the Ishgardian Orthodox Church served the people in two respects, as the Fury's spear to strike at the heart of dragonkind, and as the Fury's shield to safeguard the souls of men. But now that we are at peace with the Dravanians, the Church need no longer serve as the spear, and so we must now reconsider how we might better serve as the shield for our brethren. Now, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but there are a lot of Voidsent still just hanging out in the Coerthas Western Highlands. Like, an absurd number of Voidsent. Like, there is a thin barrier between the 13th and the source in the Coerthas Western Highlands. There are a ton of Voidsent out there. Y'all can still be the spear, just stab Voidsent now. Proletarian clergyman. Sure, okay. The hierarchy must be reformed, and for that we need accountability. The upper echelon must be stripped of rank at a minimum, and investigations conducted, trials held if the evidence is sufficiently damning. Then we may turn our attention to their doctrine of lies. Oh, so this is an inquisitor. The tribunal refers to the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. So, as our predecessors did before us, we of the Synod have ever sought to interpret the scriptures to the best of our ability, and thence conveyed Halone's will to the people. Such fervent pursuit of retribution at the expense of doctrine would come also at the expense of our faith. Have we won the war to lose our souls? Oh, Halone, are we outside your grace? Oh, are they gonna start the black smoke of like turning into a blasphemy now? This bodes ill. At this rate, someone might turn. So there is an apocryphal tale in the history of the United States. And I say apocryphal because it's almost certainly not true, but there might be a shred of evidence to it. During the Second Continental Congress, or was it the first? Basically, when the United States was declaring independence from Great Britain, they were trying to elect who was going to be the supreme commander of the Continental Army. And so, right, there were a bunch of people there who were like putting themselves up for bid. But George Washington supposedly showed up in his like colonel regalia from back when he was serving in the Virginia militia. Now, if anybody knows about the war history of George Washington, he did a failed attempt where he attacked a French fort and got the majority of his soldiers killed. But because he was the only one there dressed as a military man during this congressional meeting, right? Basically, like, the vote was overwhelmingly in favor of George Washington to become the military commander because he just sort of looked the part. How true is that? How false is that? You know, it's one of those things where we're talking about history that's over 200 years old now. But there is something very funny to me about Emmerich being dressed in his Lord Commander of the Temple Knights uniform all the time, especially because we know that shit ain't armor, right? In the Heaven's Ward post, when that kid just stabs him with a kitchen knife and he like falls down like a sack of bricks, we know that shit is 100% decoration. But also, since the war's end, the Church and the faithful have stood at a crossroads, unable to take the next step forward. His Grace Bishop Vartineau, may he walk in Holone's halls, was one such soul, and in his longing for simpler times, he resorted to using forbidden magics. He succumbed to despair. In our minds, we renounce the lies upon which our nation was built, but in our hearts we yearn for the righteousness, misguided though it was, that gave us comfort and purpose for so long. And so I declare a new crusade. No, just kidding. Let us not forget who we are. Let us confront the mistakes of the past and learn from them, that we do not repeat the mistakes of our forefathers. As fervently as we believed in our sacred duty, we struggled to accept the Church's deception and embrace change. The legacy of Thornton weighs heavily, and there is the temptation to simply cast it aside like a mantle that suits us no longer. Sorry, I'm looking up the outfit that the Tribunal Superior is wearing because I don't recognize that top. Yet that would dishonor the sacrifice of those who went before, countless souls who served the people with purest intent. And so, heavy though it may be, let us together bear this burden as we set forth anew. Our friend Elish risked life and limb to reveal the truth to us, the truth that our legends and our scripture were tainted by betrayal, but not wholly corrupted. Though the great walls and towering spires of our city may have been built with murder and deception, they rest upon a foundation immutable and true. Our devotion to Halone, whom we have worshipped since before our forefathers settled these lands. The Church is a font of practical wisdom, and its teachings guide us in our daily lives. Such things define our faith no less than the lies. We can acknowledge our sins without renouncing our religion. Okay. It's an interesting play. We'll see how it works for them. Aye, and without rejecting who we are. A comprehensive review of scripture, as well as historical literature, will be necessary. Revisions, as appropriate, must be made to ensure that the truth of our past is preserved for future generations. This is a holding based vibes economy 1NFK. We're really vibing with the bulls. Oh, sorry, I just completely skipped over what Geraldo just said. Hold on. With your peerless knowledge of church doctrine, I dare say none is better suited to leading that effort than you. I also expect that many eyes will be required to pore over all the tomes, and I know many idle men and women of faith who would jump at the chance to do Halone's work once more. That day, so very long ago, I had no answer to my father's words, but it seems that people had it within them all along. I've got a lot of feelings. With this, the church and the people have taken their first step towards a brighter future. 'Tis well Lord Amric interjected when he did. Like, we could make an Ishgardian reformist church, right? Like, the implication of an Ishgardian orthodoxy implies an Ishgardian heterodoxy. So just make a new church. I don't know. Like, being like, just do more of the same. I don't know. The council went better than I had dared hope. Truly, while the details remained to be decided, 'twas a resounding success. Your words helped everyone to find common ground. I know not how to thank you. Much credit must go to Elish. In the face of great hardship, never did he hesitate to press on, and our people have not forgotten this. Indeed. Well do I remember the day you flew into Ishgard upon a dragon's back. In making possible the impossible, you inspired us all. In you we glimpsed the fury, a vision of courage in the face of uncertainty. Looking to your example, we shall endeavor to bring about change to the church, for the future of all Ishgardians. There will, of course, still be those whose souls who struggle to rise above the mire of despair. But my fellows and I shall be there to take their hand in faith and love. Do we not fight profane Fafnir? For what is faith if not salvation? Well, I had best return to the cathedral. We have much and more to do. Ah, but ere I forget, I have tracked down that which you requested. Some repairs will be necessary, but it will be seen to with all haste. Not done yet? Okay, okay. I had tasked the deacon with finding a certain item, you see. A secret weapon, one might say. Given what we know of profane Fafnir, I suspect it will be of great use on our hunt. Once the repairs are complete, we shall be ready to strike. With the church having reached an accord with the people, the risk of more clergymen turning is greatly diminished. We may now focus entirely on the blasphemy. 'Tis time we freed Vaingru from his torment. Rest while you can, Elish, for I dare say the coming battle will demand the best of us. Oh, do we have a level 90? Sure, okay. Artwarel has his sights set on profane Fafnir. Glad tidings, Elish. Since the Ecumenical Council, not a single soul has turned. Safe in that knowledge, we need only think of how to hunt down the blasphemy. So Amaric is going to have what? Halsin is not his name. That's the Baldur's Gate character. Haldrath? Haldrath's sarcophagus, the Archbishop's crown, something like that. Ah, Elish, you are here too. Excellent. I am pleased to say that the secret weapon is ready. We may now look to dealing with profane Fafnir. As you will recall, when last we encountered it, it was lying in wait by the Soleo. An instinct driven by its inherited memories, I believe. It seeks to protect that which it most strongly associates with the Archbishop. In all likelihood, 'twas this self-same motive that compelled it to come to the Holy See. From the skies above, it keeps watch over the Holy Vault. When next it descends, we shall exploit this instinct by using the secret weapon to lure it to the chancel. What exactly is this secret weapon? Huh? 'Tis none other than the Fury's Grace, the holy crozier of the Archbishop. Is a crozier not... No, I'm thinking of a censer. What's a crozier? Suspecting that Bishop Vartano had retrieved it from Azisla, I had Deacon Clem search his private quarters. My suspicions proved correct. Oh wait, no, this was used in the King Thordan summoning? Or attempted summoning? With the crozier in hand, I shall make an irresistible bait for profane battle. My lord, that is an unconscionable risk. There is no telling how the blasphemy will react. Indeed, but we can be confident that I will command his undivided attention, thus ensuring that no more of our citizens are placed in harm's way. If the Heavens Ward are the Archbishop's shields, then the Temple Knights are the people's. As leader of the Order, the risk is mine to bear. Wait! Amaric is still the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? That's absolutely not a separation of church and state. Amaric is the executive branch. Crozier, a hooked staff carried by a bishop, is symbol of the pastoral office. Thank you for that, JR. I didn't realize. Okay. All the knights of the Heavens Ward fell in Azizla. As a vessel for their memories, Vaindrew may be considered the last of their number. Let us go, then, and relieve him of his... nay. Their duty. Let us see to our preparations and proceed to the vault. We finish this once and for all. Also, it's gotta be said that the Temple Knights aren't really the People's Shield. That's kind of Hilda's Hounds, if we're being realistic. Or the City Watch, but that's besides the point. Let me back in the war room! I want to go back! Okay, so it looks like we're going to be actually going into an ad break coming up here, folks. So because I don't want that to interrupt the fight, because I want it to be all one sort of contiguous thing, we're going to go on a very quick break again. You know the drill. No longer than 5 minutes. We're going to try and keep it to 3. And we'll be right back. Have you done the Machinist job quests? It was kind of interesting to see them work with Hilda. I have done the Machinist job quests. And because I am the world's biggest frigging nerd when in FK, we find out that the sword that is used to knight new Temple Knights into the Order is called Hrunting, which I not only took multiple screenshots about the lore of Hrunting, I also took multiple screenshots about the weapon itself, which I have like a weapon of the same model and dyed it the same, and it's in my armory chest. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. Hrunting, Hrunting. It's actually based off of a myth in Beowulf. Beowulf has a sword called Hrunting, which he tries to use to kill Grendel, but the sword itself is forged by, basically, long story short, a man who was like, who was living in sin, and so the sword lacks the like righteous structure with which to kill Grendel. And so the similarity that Temple Knights are inducted off of a falsehood, the lie that the Ishgardian Church perpetuates, that Nidhogg just went crazy and tried to kill humanity, when that sword, that the Temple Knights are forged in sin, and so therefore are never able to kill Nidhogg or the Dravandian Horde, is so perfect literary symmetry that, like, when I found that out, I like lost my mind. Anyways, sorry, we're going on a quick break. We'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. See you soon. And we're back. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I guess it's time to kill Profane Fafnir? Ever march heavensward. Speak with Amric at the vaults. When the battle begins, Lord Amric and I will draw the blasphemy's attacks. Seize the opportunity to bring your magics to bear against it. What do you mean, Artwarel? I'm a physical DPS. I've got Riposte, Zwerchow, Redoublement. I can tank. I've got Magic Barrier. I can do it. Put me in, coach. I'm basically ready to fight. If you are ready, then let us set forth. You need but say the word. All right. Let's rock and roll. So this is where we fight Cherubert, this arena. The beast is come. Now is our chance. That's gotta be a custom model, right? Archbishop Thornton's Crozier or whatever. Make ready. To me, my knights. Oh no. Blasphemy, Profane Fafnir. Damn. Damn, gonna do us like that, huh? For the glory of King Thorin. No, you are not he. A trick. It is a trick. Where did the Crozier go? Don't worry about it. Forgive me, Sir Vandrew, but for the sake of all Ishgardians, we must strike you down. Amric the Blue, Artwarel Ironbone. That's a new title.
It ends here!
His Eminence. Must protect His Eminence. The Archbishop no longer rules Ishgard. The people shape our nation's future now. By the Fury, this is Sir Cherubert's magic. Have care. Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I see. Fun fact, Cherubert was an orphan who burned down his own orphanage later, because he learned magic. In the name of Ishgard, we will free you from your torment. Amaric's, like, dying? Oh, never mind. It's totally cool. He's a paladin, so he can heal himself, of course.
Do not underestimate me!
Oh. Amaric thinks he's people. Stay on your guard. Is this is just Stone Vigil mechanic, right? Oh, hello!
Ah!
Can you tell I don't do
We must
a
stand our
lot
ground!
of DPS? Altar Pyre. Oh, this one again, huh?
You underestimate me!
Oh no! I messed up my cast! It's fine. Oh, hello! Profane Fafnir followers, huh? Oh, are they gonna give me a limit break here, or... am I just not doing enough damage? Good! I've never been so stressed as I am right now. Holy Grace. How can I get that move? Amaric? The time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavens Ward.
I will not falter!
Oh, nice. Sure. Amaric's doing the limit break. Fine. For the glory of King Thorin. Oh, actually, wait, no. Artorel does the LB there, interestingly enough. Okay, sure. I wonder why. Holy hail. Oh boy. No, come on! My Googaz! And then touchdown. The thing is, I spend way too much time looking at my red mage hotbar, so I have like no idea what's going on with the fight. Again, we're reusing the vault, right, from the vault. So it's not even like this is terribly pressing, but I am worried I'm missing out on some beautiful shots.
This knight does not yield!
His Eminence, you will return His Eminence to me. Oh, are we doing Raid Wide Hell? Is that what's happening here? Feels like Raid Wide Hell. Oh boy, it sure is Raid Wide Hell, huh? Thank you, my friend, for having such confidence in me. My apologies. 'Twas not mine intent to wax sentimental. Our work here is done. Let us return to the congregation. Arturel as the stand-in for both Count Edmond de Fortemps, because he's now Count Arturel, right? And Horchefant is like such a wacky time, you know what I mean? This is, I instinctively went back to Fortemps Manor. This is not where we should be. This is not where we meant to go. But also, I would argue this is always where we're meant to be. Fair, fair. Man, this is gonna be our last time in the war room. You can't fight in here. This is the war room. They call it the strategy room, but you get it. Devs used a large model for that interior. Oh, for sure. That ain't no small or medium housing plot. I hurried here as soon as I learned of your victory. There are some few words I would say, but it can wait until Lord Arturel and Deacon Clem have spoken theirs. Why do we refer to him as Lord Arturel? Count Edmund stepped down. It's Count Arturel. Whatever, it's fine. I won't be angry about these minor lore inconsistencies. Who would even notice them? Elish, permit me to offer my gratitude for helping us to overcome not only the blasphemy, but the despair which spawned it. But this is only the beginning. On the face of it, we may have made tremendous strides in breaking down ancient barriers within our society, but there yet remain great rifts to be bridged. 'Tis no easy thing to rise above a lifetime of preconceptions and prejudice. I myself have struggled to do so, as you must know, but I shan't give up. On the honor of my house, I will do everything in my power to build a new Ishgard, one in which all people can see eye to eye, regardless of birth and station. Now then, I believe the Deacon has some words for you too. Pray lend him an ear. Or are you just talking at me? Much as I appreciate our conversations, I think the Deacon is deserving of your attentions as well. Sure. My Lord Elish, may I say how glad I am that you are safe and well. Just before you arrived, Lord Amric explained to me the true nature of the man who became the blasphemy. Yeah, he was a clone from Azisla who was imbued with the memories of the Heavens Ward on a failed primal summoning. You know, it was an average Tuesday. The poor, confused creature was born of the Church's mistakes, and in behalf of the clergy, I give you my heartfelt thanks for laying it to rest. As we work to reform our institutions and rebuild our relationships with the people, we will remember and pray for all those who have fallen in service to the faith. And we shall pray for you as well. Wheresoever your path may lead, may the Fury ever watch over and keep you. I shall leave it at that, then. Lord Amric too wishes to speak, and 'twould not do to keep him waiting. Let us not keep Lord Amric waiting. Lord Amric has been silent all this time, but he too has thoughts to share. Elish, Lord Artwarel, I thank you for the vital roles you played in ridding us of the profane Fafnir. I swear to God, we better not make Clem the Archbishop. As ever, the sight of you in combat was nothing short of inspiring. With no further reported instances of people turning and the blasphemy itself no more, I should like to believe we are free of the scourge of despair. My brethren and I shall labor to see that it ever remains so, by fighting to dispel the darkness in men's hearts. And I shall fight with you, not only as the Speaker of the House of Lords or the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, but as a man of faith in our God and in our people. Together, let us strive to fill our nation with hope. What is this song playing right now? It's like a dragon song reprise. Elish, by now you will be sick unto death of being thanked, but I must nonetheless express an additional word of gratitude. Full oft have you saved our nation, our people. I speak not only of our lives, but of our hearts and minds as well. You have given us a great gift, that of opportunity and of choice. And if we are to repay you for it, we, as a nation, must take full advantage of our freedom to dictate a new course forward, into a brighter future. What forward means, we may not always agree upon, but as fellow Ishgarians, we shall find a way to rise above our differences and stand united. That is the nation I will strive to build. This I swear to you. Elish, given all that you have done for us, I am loath to impose further, but might I trouble you to bear word of our success to our officer in Razarhan? We will, of course, be sending a report, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. Our allies would benefit from the additional details you can provide as well. Our thanks again, my friend, and may the Furies speed you on your way. No, let me back in. Let me into the war room. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, fine. I think this is going to be it for the stream today, folks. So, I hope y'all will enjoy it. I hope it put a smile on your face and a spring in your step. But for me, this was very self-indulgent. You're not wrong, Clary. It's not for me Friday, but I did just decide to do an entire stream for me again, so you know. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Ah, my Lord Elish, by your return, dare I hope that the hunt for the blasphemy was a success? That you would vanquish the beast comes as little surprise, but that this occasion would serve for the Church to embark upon a path of reform is incredible. I will share these joyous tidings with our allies without delay. If I may speak candidly, I must confess to being a great admirer of yours. If you have a moment, I would like to hear about some of your adventures, if you would do me the honor. For the present, however, in my official capacity as the Ishgardian delegate, I offer you my humblest thanks for your immeasurable service to our nation. Yo, dude, you've got that, like, baby face, Ishgardian face. I can't hang out with you. Sorry, bud. You're way too young looking. Go for, like, Elysian face, like, 2, and then we can talk. But alright. It is out. We're done with Ishgard and that particular role quest. And we've done the little Starlight event. So I think I can call it here. Thanks everybody so much for hanging out and for being here. We appreciate it. And yeah. I'll catch you all later. See ya! Oh wait, actually. We gotta see if we have anybody that we can raid, huh? It looks like Froge Valfroge is starting their stream soon. So I'll drop you guys over there. You know the drill. We love them. We want some more of them. We'll catch y'all around. Bye!